Did you know that in Overwatch 2, during the Junkenstein's Revenge Halloween event, if you speak to the painting of the dog, this will happen?
Hello. Good to see you. I need healing.
Hello and welcome to Hidden Video Game Details, the series that aims to show you things that you may not have known about your favourite games so that you can look really clever in front of Taylor Swift. Don't forget to leave a like on this video, and if you do, I'll send you a box of toffees. Anyway, without further delay, let's get started. Right, let's begin today's video with Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. Now, when a game gets the remake treatment, it's the perfect opportunity for developers to fix any bugs or glitches that may have been in the original game. The thing is, not all bugs and glitches are bad, and it seems that the Insane Trilogy developers know this too. During the boss fight with Tiny, if you stand in a certain part of the arena, the lions can't hurt you. This was a popular exploit that was present in the original game. It's a cheesy tactic for sure, and the crowd are more than happy to show their displeasure. So standing in the corner will cause the crowd to throw cheese at Crash. Like I said, not all bugs and glitches are bad, and it is nice to see a classic exploit recognised in this way. Speaking of exploits, up next is The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. Now, at the start of any RPG, the going is pretty slow. Of course, that is by design, but what if you could break that design? In the opening area of the game, you can enter a shop and browse what's on sale. Now, I know times are tough and we've all got to make a living, but the prices that this shopkeeper is charging are criminal. Well, what if I told you you don't have to pay? With enough practice, a whole heap of luck, and a serious amount of time, you can grab an item off the shelf and just walk out of the door. So after successfully stealing from the shop, the game asks if you're proud of yourself, to which the answer should always be, who cares, I've got a free shovel. The thing is, the shopkeeper isn't likely to forget the person who stole the 200 rupee shovel, and that's why when you visit the shop again, this happens. So the punishment for stealing in Link's Awakening is death. This is one of my favourite details in all of video games. Next up is one of the best third-person shooters ever made. Now, I'm probably wrong here, but I feel like Max Payne 3 doesn't get the credit it deserves. Never has it felt so good to just shoot enemies as it does in Rockstar's masterpiece. Well, that is when you can actually shoot them. A lot of games have enemies that wear body armour, and most of the time that body armour may as well be a bikini. That's how effective it is. In Max Payne 3, if an enemy is wearing body armour, the body armour will actually do what it's supposed to do. Now, I'm no weapons expert, but I'm guessing that real-life body armour isn't this effective. But like I said, I'm no expert and it may actually work this way. Still, hats off to Rockstar for having body armour that actually protects the person that wears it. The other detail that I wanted to share from Max Payne 3 is one that shows Max's growth throughout the campaign. On more than one level, you can find a piano that Max can play. He starts off pretty rusty, but as you progress through the game, his skills will improve.
It wasn't the time, and I was still a little rusty. But the tune was coming together. Just as this new start of mine was about to come to a shuddering halt. This was the place, if not the time, to play my dirge. It didn't come out right, but I wasn't in much of a state to do anything, apart from kill people. Maybe that's the only thing I'm good for in any circumstance. And the band played on. There it was, the soundtrack to my life. And, for a few seconds, came harmony. Finally.
So when Max reaches the final piano, he can now play the Max Payne theme song. It's a really nice touch. Now, it's only recently dawned on me that having released in 2009, there is a whole generation of gamers who don't understand just how good Left 4 Dead 2 was, and still is. Valve's cooperative zombie shooter is yet to be beat when it comes to 4-player zombie killing, with the latest game to try, that being Back 4 Blood, falling short despite being developed by people who worked on Left 4 Dead 2. It really is the very definition of a classic, but given that Valve are allergic to the number 3, it's unlikely we'll ever get a sequel. Now, on the various Left 4 Dead 2 maps, you can encounter uncommon infected. These zombies are usually themed around the location you're fighting in. So, for example, if you're at the fun fair, the uncommon infected are clowns. Now, have you ever wondered what zombies do when they aren't feasting on brains? Well, wonder no more, as if a clown zombie doesn't know you're there, they will do this. So the flower on the clown zombie's chest will squirt water. This is one of those details that you could have easily missed, as it's not every day you can get this close to a zombie without it noticing. Oh, and some of you may already know this, but if you melee a clown, this will happen. So smacking the clowns on the nose will cause their noses to honk. Right, let's end today's video with 2009's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and the infamous No Russian mission. Now, we have covered the No Russian mission in this series before, where in episode 57 we noticed that Makarov and the gang seem very suspicious of you in the elevator. Well, it turns out there's another way to notice that something isn't quite right. As the mission begins, the armed men open fire on a group of civilians. Upon closer inspection, it seems that Makarov and his buddies are wearing gloves, and your character isn't. Fast forward to the end of the mission, and it's revealed that the group knew you were an undercover American agent, and leave you for dead, taking the blame for the attack on the airport. That's why your character isn't wearing gloves, and the rest of the group is. If forensics found Russian fingerprints alongside American fingerprints, there would have been a lot of questions as to why that was. But if the authorities find a dead American and no other fingerprints on the scene, the finger of blame points solely at the United States. It's a very subtle detail. So that's it. If you enjoyed this video, then leaving a like is really appreciated. If you are a fan of Easter egg secrets and hidden details in video games, then perhaps consider subscribing, as that's what this channel is all about. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll speak to you all soon.